their feet here. Nearly 50,000 strong. Back to first, low throw, knocked down by Moreland. Here comes Donaldson, throw to the plate, head first slide, he scores! Ball game, Blue Jays. 5-0 deep.
Oh, yeah. Jerry Howarth calling it quits. Voice of the Jays for 36 years. And he's joining us here this morning, and it's sort of bittersweet. So wonderful to have you here. You've been such an important part of Blue Jays history and of Toronto history, but it's very sad to see you go.
Bittersweet morning for you, Jerry, I imagine.
Well, it is, and yesterday too, Sportsnet did a wonderful job. It was a great send-off, but I had surgery a year and a half ago, and I just never really got my full strength back. And I thought this winter maybe I'd be able to regain some of that, but sleep pattern, stamina, voice, a little congestion said to me now was the right time to go, and I just have had a wonderful time.
You should be leaving for Dunedin this Saturday. I mean, we get the pitchers reporting today. The rest of the team reports next week, so you would have been on your way to Dunedin this weekend.
Yes, and I had planned to go down there too, and it just didn't fit. And I wanted to go out more healthy and happy rather than trying to fight through it again. And so this worked out very well. And yesterday, as I said, was a wonderful day. And it was overwhelming, the response. But it was a good call for me. No regrets. And I'm really happy that not only have I had the career that I've had, but living here in Toronto and across Canada, so many people were able to talk to.
Talk to us about some of your favorite memories over the last 36 years. And I understand you kept really copious notes every day. Have you kept all of those notebooks?
No, I haven't. Actually, every year I toss them and start it all over again. But I am old school, Dina, and I have notebooks. And when people would come in the booth, they'd see other people with laptops and iPads, and Jerry had his notebook in front of me. But those were all notes that I took from conversations that I had with people down on the field and preparation before the game. And that's where the computer did help, whereas I used to go to libraries and check out a month's supply of newspapers and go through those on the road. But my preparation fit me, as Dean and I were talking about earlier. You have to listen to your body, you have to listen to who you are, and that's who I was, and right down to the last call.
Who is the nicest Jay ever?
Oh, tough question.
Well, there's so many, but my favorite Blue Jay is Tom Hankey.
Yeah.
Tom's from a little town called Taos, Missouri, 780 people. And from the beginning, I could see not only a heart of gold, but family. He has 4 children. Amanda, the third, had Down syndrome. And so what they did with her to put her on a level where she could enjoy life and what they've done for other kids with Down syndrome. In fact, you could call it up syndrome from what Tom has been able to do. But as a closer, too, and someone who is such a key part of the Blue Jays.
The Terminator, yeah.
The Terminator. Just a wonderful person and my favorite among many.
You are such an integral part of the team, the Jays, the reason why we love it. Your voice is so much a part of that and what you brought to it. And, of course, the fans who love you want to have their say and spread their love on this Valentine's Day. So we have Winston C. behind you, and we do have viewers who wrote in this morning and wanted to say something to you.
And so many fantastic memories and tweets coming through. We just want to share a couple of those, Jerry. So I'm going to read one from Trish saying, my dad and I listened to many Blue Jays games years ago after my dad died. Hearing Jerry's voice call the games always made me feel like my dad was listening too. Going to miss you, Jerry. Thank you so much for the memories. Madame McRae saying, ever since I became a Jays fan over 30 years ago, it was Jerry's friendly voice along with Tom's that I heard. Love listening to your baseball stories. The radio definitely won't be the same without you. And Chris saying, say it ain't so, Jerry. Drives home from the cottage won't be the same Sunday afternoons. Thanks for all the great games you made. It seemed like I was watching TV and not listening in the car. So you brought the game to life for so many.
We know that Tom Cheek is up there watching right now. What's he saying?
Well, he's probably saying, Jerry, Tom and Jerry was a great run. And he was a great partner for me, too, and passed away so suddenly back in 2005. It's hard to believe it's been that many years already. But for me, cottage country drivers and audience, Sunday afternoons were always my favorite broadcast days because I knew so many people were listening. But when I started off with Tom, they said, Tom and Jerry, the cartoon character, look at those two. And he was the big cat, and I was the little mouse. And we had so many good years together. And yesterday, one of the calls I received was from his wife, Shirley, who we've kept in touch with over the years. So that's touching for me.
I remember driving on a Sunday, listening to, and it was up, you could barely get CJCL. 1430. It was always Jerry Howarth. You just barely hear, but you did not move that radio dial at all. One last thing, and it has nothing to do with your career, but is there something maybe you want to say to men out there about getting their prostate checked?
Yes, definitely. I always say now to fathers, uncles, grandfathers, go get your PSA number. Have an annual physical. I think that's more important than anything. And then when they take blood, make sure that you get the test for the PSA too, the blood test. Because if your numbers are 0 or 1, your doctor will say everything is fine. And that's 7 out of every 8 men. But the 8th man, like me, you go from that to maybe 3. And then 3.5 and 4, and that's when your antenna should go up. It's still okay, but you want to monitor it. And when mine went to 6, 7, that's when my doctor suggested I go see Dr. Rob Dam at Sunnybrook. And after that, they did the surgery back a 1.5 years ago when it reached about 9.
And thank goodness you're here and you're healthy and
Yes,
you beat it and you get to enjoy retirement. Just don't be a stranger. Maybe we'll see you where on the golf course?
Well, maybe back here one day.
Maybe. Why not?
That I would love.
You can't wear sleeves. Okay.
Thank you very much, Kevin. That's great.
I love it. As a professional courtesy, can you just sign off, Jerry? Just sign off here and we'll go to break.
Well, I would say this. If I saw Dina leave the studio, I would go, and there she goes.
Oh, you're so sweet, Jerry.
Happy retirement.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Come back
so many
anytime.
years.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
We'll be
you.
back. It is 7:47. Here's Mel with our top stories.